Hey everybody, welcome to Life at Sunny Lea with Kathy. And it's been another busy week. Got so much done. On Sunday we went to church, and a nice sermon. It was basically about what would have happened if God had never showed up. And it was kind of interesting. We ate out and then came home and I finished the Purdue puzzle. And then on Monday, my husband had to leave to go out of town for a business conference for 3 days. So I had the place to myself. So on Monday, I got up and took care of the animals, and then I started to defrost the deep freeze. Now, I had not defrosted a chest deep freeze before, and my upright one was automatically defrost. So I never had to defrost it. So I took all the food out of the chest one and carried it upstairs to the second floor to the upright freezer, which was almost empty, since I used it mainly to store flour and baked goods, like Christmas time when I make all the cookies, they go up there. And so it's almost empty. So I took all the food up there, and then when I got all the food taken up and the expired food gotten rid of, I defrosted the freezer and reorganized it, and it turned out really well. Also, while I was waiting for it to cool back down to a point where I could carry all the food back down, I started cleaning the enclosed porch. Now, I did not deep clean it, I just started cleaning it. I will go back later and deep clean it, but right now I haven't done that. I just cleaned it. And I put the solar lights on the deer. I had one of them already done, but I still had the other deer in there. There was a lot of stuff on that porch that is on there because I wanted to do something to it. Like take off the old lights on that deer and put new lights on. The fairy, her other wing got broke, so I wanted to replace it. I haven't done that yet. Just different things like that were on the back porch. Stuff that needed to be taken into the garage, needed to be taken into the basement, needed to be taken to Goodwill or the trash. All that was in there. So I had to organize all that and get that taken care of. I watered the greenhouses, and the vet called about Prince. He is positive, just like his sister was, to the FIV virus, which is the one that they say is mainly transmitted by bites. And according to the vet, he can live a normal life. I'll just have to keep on top of any illnesses. If he gets sick, I'll have to notice it right away and give him medicine. So I keep medicine on hand, an antibiotic on hand from the vet to give him whenever I see any signs to help him keep it healthy. And he is neutered, so that, and all the other ones are neutered except for the one, and he's not with that one, so that's fine. Again, Tuesday I had the house to myself. I went out and watered the greenhouses again. I also watered and fed the arrow gardens. And I went and cleaned the freezer section of the other two refrigerators. We have an old refrigerator upstairs that, well, it's the first refrigerator we ever got. And it's still running beautifully, knock on wood. And I had not cleaned it for a while because no one uses it. It was mainly used at one point for pet food and stuff. And it's where I keep the rats at, the frozen rats for the snake. And any pet food that I have to keep refrigerated goes up there usually. I cleaned that refrigerator out completely and cleaned the freezer on it out. And I cleaned all of the garden beds out. Alright, on Tuesday, I had the day to myself again. So I came out here and I weeded all the outdoor gardens. Except for that one on the trellis. That has to be weeded yet. But I'm not for sure what I'm going to put there this year yet. Anyway, all these have been weeded. Went through, weeded the strawberries. If you haven't weeded your strawberries yet, do it now.
They had hard enough trouble getting through this winter. They don't need to be competing against the weeds for nutrition at this stage. This bed did really well. This bed, not so well. Most of them died out. So I will probably have to get more strawberries for this bed. So I've got the trellis over there yet to finish, and the blackberry patch to clean up, and the grapes. So that's what I've got to do yet. Don't think I'll get done this today, but maybe tomorrow if it doesn't rain.
On Wednesday, it was supposed to rain Wednesday, so I got out really early and did the blackberry patch, took care of it.
On Wednesday, it was supposed to rain, so I got out here really early in this morning, and I cleaned up the blackberry patch. And actually, it turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to, since that tree had fallen on it last fall, and I couldn't get in here to work on it until after we got the tree taken out. And I just never got around taking out the dead canes and staking up the new ones. So I took out the dead canes, staked up the new ones, and took the weed barrier off because it was falling apart. It was worthless. It was completely useless. So I took that off. I'm just going to have to take care of the grass somehow or another. Put wood chips or something down. I don't know. I'm going to have to do something to keep the weeds from coming up, because I need this to be able to get into the center to do it. So I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. But it's all weeded. I may just put flowers in it. I'm really thinking about just putting flowers in and just leaving it, and we can walk through the flowers. That's an ideal. So anyway, it's done. Just waiting for them to bud out the rest of the way. As you can tell, they're already starting to put out little buds. So that's good. So that's what I did Wednesday morning.
Went downstairs, and the afternoon when it was starting to rain a little, went downstairs and put the new backdrops up for the photo to do these. Of course, I'm doing them in the car right now because we're on our way to town. And I started cleaning the basement a little bit, and I added more security devices to the ring system. My husband was back home Thursday, and so we just kind of took the day off and just went in town, got some groceries, and just kind of celebrated everybody being back home. And on Friday, he installed the new bidet that my son had gotten us. We've got now 2 of them. He got another one, so we put it down in the downstairs half bath. And with his help, I finished deep cleaning the library. He does not. I thought about doing it while he was gone, but I have to get up on the ladder, and I have to maneuver around, and decided it was best not to do that when no one was home. And when he came home and I asked him to help, he didn't like me being up on that ladder either, because I was at the top of the ladder. I was still stretching to get to the top. So he did that for me. He got all the stuff off the top of the shelf and handed it down to me, and I cleaned all those things up while he cleaned the top shelf off, which made us get the deep cleaning done twice as fast as it would have taken me to do it before. So now all I have to do is decide whether I'm going to keep that aquarium or whether I'm going to not, get rid of it. Don't know. I've got some black goldfish in the fish pond outside that you cannot see because it's black against black. And I'm thinking I think there's 3 of them in there. I'm thinking about taking those and putting them into the aquarium. But I do need a new aquarium stand if I do that, because this one is getting rusty and not looking too good. So I will have to get a new stand, and hopefully I can clean out the aquarium enough to make it feasible to be used. I'll probably have to get another pump, a filter. I've always gone with the external filters, and sometimes they get clogged up and overfill. So I'm going to do some research before I even decide to decide, because if I want to keep it, I'm going to have a filter that's internal. So I'm going to have to do some research on that. So that's what I did on Friday. Saturday morning is kind of cool, but not a bad day. So I planted the 20 strawberries that I picked up on Thursday when we went shopping. I found it's a variety I've never had before, but they say they're good for preserves. I've looked them up, and they say they're really good for eating fresh and for preserves. It's supposed to be a huge dark red strawberry, and I got 10 of them for less than $4. So I picked up 2 packages, which is cheaper than what I could have ordered them, and I didn't have to wait. I could get them into the ground. So I let them soak in water Saturday morning for about an hour, and then went out and transplanted them into the 2 garden beds. And they were just enough plants for what I needed. So that worked out really well. Just waiting for them to green up and make sure that they live. And then I got my blue cobalt bottles from a bottle tree. They came on Thursday, and I opened that box up today and Saturday, and checked them. They were beautiful. Put them on the bottle tree, washed up all the green bottles and a couple brown bottles, and everything on the bottle tree is now clean, sparkling, and looks really nice. And then we went to town, and that's about it for the week. So I hope you had a good week. Remember, like, share, subscribe, and dream big, follow that dream. God bless, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.